Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it is finally time for actual gas Sudoku. Yesterday I did a Sudoku by Mr. Gas, Patrick Gas, but today it's, and going by his pseudonym of Viking Prime, today it is gas in the sense of genuinely approachable Sudoku. These are the puzzles posted on the daily Sudoku channel on Discord by Clover, Bill Murphy and Philip Newman. They act as an excellent introduction to all the variant Sudoku types that we do on the channel, and they are genuinely approachable. You can get through these if you try, so give them a go. What I traditionally do is read out the puzzle blurbs from the channel and then attempt the puzzles after having established all the rules in that way. So I'll do that. Let's just quickly mention that on Patreon there's my tough crossword, there's the Super Mario Brothers Kids Sudoku Hunt, there's the much more senior Nightmare Sudoku Hunt that's now closed. Loads going on as always, and you can check out our merchandise and Sven's Sudoku Pad and all of our apps, including 2 gas apps by the authors of the daily Sudoku channel. So they are really good puzzles. If you like these style, get a hold of those. Now let's look at what was written about these puzzles. I haven't been doing these, I've been doing them on 6-day intervals, which means that at 5 puzzles a time I'm falling a little bit behind. And Clover says about this puzzle that we've got on the screen, Deficit Sudoku. Before we start, oh, this was back then, on March the 19th, they were having a watch party in Voice Chat 1 to see another edition of Bill's whirlwind tour through the game shows of Australia. I hope to find out how he did. Maybe during this video, we will see. Now for the gas. Humans have always loved taking care of tiny little guys. Kittens, pet rocks, Pokemon, Tamagotchis. Deficit Sudoku. Something about it just warms our black and shriveled hearts. Take good care of today's tiny little gas for me, would you? So the rules are, place a number from 1 to 7 in each empty cell in the grid, such that each row and column contains each number exactly once, and each 6-cell region contains each number at most once. So all of the 6-cell regions will have a deficit of 1 digit, which is a fascinating rule set. Now, 7x7 Deficit Sudoku has been an absolute standard in the UK online Sudoku competitions for many years, so I've actually had a go at quite a lot of these puzzles. I originally found them utterly bewildering, especially as they'd always be followed by the opposite. I can't remember what it's called, where a Sudoku is where there are 8-cell regions and each region has 1 digit repeated once. They are quite hard to get your head around, I will just warn you, but I got more used to them over time, so I'm hoping to do okay. Now, published under the video, there will be hat times. You get 1 notional party hat if you solve it in a certain speedy time. You get 2 if you solve it quicker. And if you don't get it in the hat times, you're entitled to a dinosaur. And this time Clover has named the tiny Tyrannotitan as the dinosaur. And then we will go on to puzzle 2 called Such Great Heights by Bill. And Bill says, thanks everyone for coming out for the insanity that was my episode of Rock Quiz. My favourite moment that didn't make the cut was the question, which actor danced his way across a hotel? And I've pressed the buzzer and gone, would that be Christopher Walken in the video for Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice video? How in the hell do you know that? It was a very influential video for me as a small child, and I took up salsa dancing because of it. Isn't that amazing? And then the host and I ended up flirtily shimmying at each other because I didn't want to admit they'd used this question in my Zoom interview, so I knew it already. Well, I'm glad it got cut. That's quite funny. That is quite funny. That is an extremely difficult question. There was a ... so there might have been more to the question. And the only Fatboy Slim video I know at all is Praise You. So hats off to you, Bill, if you had any idea about that without knowing it before. Anyway, quadruple Sudoku today, says Bill. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits, so that's 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. We haven't mentioned that, but that is normal Sudoku rules. Didn't apply in the 7x7 Sudoku, of course. Digits in clues at cell intersections must appear in the surrounding 4 cells. So these cells will include 4, 5 and 6. These cells will include at least one of 1, 5 and 6. There is capacity for there to be a repeat of one of those digits. The dinosaur is a slightly cheating Changuraptor. And then we will go on to Extra Givens by Philip, who says, where's my file here? I'm feeling extra generous today, but due to daylight savings in the US, I'm not allowed to give you extra time. Instead, I've given you extra givens, 16 of them in fact. That's right, it's time for another edition of Philip made a silly pattern that happens to have a unique solution and turned it into gas by throwing digits at it. Oh, you wanted a 17th given digit for that last arrow? Don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows 16 is the maximum number of given digits for an already unique arrow puzzle. I think Philip has made up that fact. Today's gas is an arrow Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and digits along arrows must sum to the circled total. Digits may repeat if allowed by other rules. The dinosaur in this case is a generous Ganansaurus. And those are the rules. Arrow Sudoku is fairly familiar. Clone Sudoku is fairly familiar, and Fortress Sudoku is fairly familiar, but you don't often get them together. Clover says, today's gas was discovered on a medieval tapestry which is believed to depict a map showing two fortresses. The Great Keep of Region 124 and the Castle of Region 689 instead. In modern times, these fortresses are believed to have been virtually interchangeable, although I'm sure their inhabitants would have disagreed. In this clone fortress Sudoku, normal Sudoku rules apply. Grey regions of the same size and shape contain exactly the same arrangement of digits. Each digit in a grey cell must be greater than all of the digits in white cells that are orthogonally adjacent to that cell. So for this 6, all it's saying is that is a lower digit. And the dinosaur is a tale of two talon cowans. I'm getting a bit lost on the dinosaur names now. And then we've got New Order T-shirt by Bill. A long set of purple lines running through my Sudoku. Call those Ren banners, am I right? In this Renban Sudoku, normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along a purple line must form a consecutive set of numbers and may be in any order. The dinosaur is a groan-inducing Griponix. And just before I start these puzzles, I'm going to say a big thank you to a lot of people around the channel. The testers, who get a day off with gas, actually, that's not part of their purview. They do a great job. There are people like Sven who maintain the software, very, very important to us, and we're very grateful to him. Recent shenanigans with threes in the corners have been most amusing. There are people like Vebi who maintains the catalogue of all our published videos, which are thousands long now. Miko Kisai, who gives me the updates on how many hats I achieve in these videos, and Emily Williams, who's been doing it for Miko Kisai while they've been away. Thank you to both of you. Who else have we got around the channel? We've got, people, all the constructors, especially those who give us stuff for Patreon rewards and for our daily videos. We are so grateful to you all, to everybody who's tested videos for them, and to the whole community who keep this wonderful buzz alive around Variant Sudoku. We are proud of it. Thank you, guys. And with that, let's restart my clock every time and let's have a go at these puzzles. Let's get cracking. Okay, so deficit Sudoku. Now, the good thing to remember is that each row and column has to have one of each digit. So the rows and columns are utterly genuine. It's the boxes that are messing with us. So 2 in that column had to be at the top, and then we can fill these in based on that 7. This is a naked single 5. It sees every other Sudoku digit. That must now be a 3. We're still not allowed to repeat in any box. So that's a naked 6. We can do a 4 down here. Lots of given digits, thank goodness, in this version. That's a naked 3. Again, it sees all the other digits. That's what naked means. Then we can do 2 and 1 in that row. Can we finish off 3, 4, 5 in this row? No. No, and that's where it gets weird. Now, these cells, C, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, are... Yeah, so they must be a 6 and a 7. And we can put them in thanks to that. This is a 4 and a 5 down here. I think, honestly, I've cracked most of this already now, which is just weird. That's a 3, 5, 6 triple because they see 1, 2, 4 and 7. So then I get to fill in 2, 1. That's a naked 5. Ooh, that's weird. I don't know what to do with 4, 6 in the row. This is where 5 goes in row 2, so this is a 3, 1 pair. Now, that row was troublesome. Let's try the column. Yes, 5 in the column must be there. Then 4 in the column has to be at the top. This becomes a 6, 7 pair, and I'm not worried that I can't disambiguate those, because that'll come to us momentarily. And this has gone fairly smoothly. I mean, there's a lot of clues for a deficit Sudoku, thank goodness, thank Clover. And there's the solution, 1 minute 58. Interesting. I mean, I didn't really have any moments where my brain was confused, but it can happen in deficit Sudoku. Surplus Sudoku is its counterpart. It certainly can happen if you do one of those straight after the other. Right, let's have a look at Such Great Heights and restart the clock here. Now, the only places where there are 4 digits around the box intersections. It doesn't mean this has to be a 4. 1, 2, 3 here have to be there because they can't be in this cell, which is 4, 5, 6 or 7. Right, that's going to push up a ladder of digits. 4, 5, 6 there, 1, 2, 3 in those, 5, 6, 7 in those, and 2, 3, 4 up here. The 2, 3, 4 look back down at that cell, which makes it a 1. I've got 7, 8 and 9 to place in box 5. This one has to be a 7. That's going to give us a ladder running down here at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 4, 5. The 1, 4, 5 looks back at that cell and makes it a 6. And I think I saw ladders emerging here. Yes, that is going to mean 1, 3, 6 there, 2, 4, 8 here. Ooh, we don't get to know what those are, but we do get 1, 5, 9 there. Here, yes, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. No, be careful. That doesn't give me 3, 6, 9 because that could be a 3. So 2 and 3 in that box. Now, can I use the digits I've got? I can to an extent. That 1, yes, I can place the 1 around this 1, 5, 6. And around this 1, 3, 6. Maybe that doesn't give me any more. This is an 8, 9 pair to finish the box. That's not a 1, so there is a 1 in those cells, and that's not a 1. 6 is looking up at that cell. So they get finished off. 7, no, 7 then can't be in those two, which are a 6, 5 pair. I've got a 2, 3, 4 triple in the row. I've got a 3, 6 pair looking at that cell, so we get 5 there. And at this cell, which becomes a 2, so that's 3. This is a 4. I could have done that ages ago. Now, how do we get down to the south? 5 is looking at that cell, so that's 4. Then this can't be 5. Pencil marking, extremely helpful in this puzzle. Sometimes it's more helpful, sometimes less, but a lot in this one. So 7, 8, and 9 to place in column 7. One of those is a 9. Not sure. 7, 1, 6, 5. Yes, 9 here is looking at that cell. That 8. well, 3, what have we got to do in this row? 2, 4 and 9. Now 3 and 6 have to be down this side of this quadruple, so that gives us 5 and 6 there. I can place 5 in column 4. Uh, 3, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5. That is 8 or 9, and that's 7 in the row. 7 now has to be in one of those two cells. Not useful. 6 is in one of those two. Something I do will suddenly be useful. Yes, where does 6 go in this box? Not there, so it's here. Right, that gives me 3. That sorts out 2 and 3. That looks up and gets a 2 there, which does that whole quadruple. This is not 4, that's not 4 or 2, so that's a 9. That's a 2, that gives me 3, 1, 2. That was a good old run of things together. 3 in column 6 is there. There's probably a lot of symmetry in this puzzle that I haven't been picking up on. Right, one of these is a 1 or a 5, and that's going to go here. The other one has to be in one of these cells and is therefore a 4, and that must be in the corner. Now, that's given me a 1, 5 pair in row 8. So the 6 in row 8 goes here. 6 in the bottom row goes in the corner. These are from 1, 5, 7. That one's a 7. This is 1 or 5. That's in a pair in the column. Which I can't finish off. 1, 5, 6. Let's look along the rows. We've got 8. No, that is indeed 8. And that's 2. That's 9. So row 6 was very helpful there. This is now a 3, 4, 8 triple. I should probably know the order better than I do. But this is a 7, 5, 9 triple. I don't know the order there either. 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, 5, 6, 3. 4 and 7 in the bottom row. They have to go in these positions. So a 7 on the left and a 4 there. That has to be an 8. This is a 7. I mean, I'm finding this a bit tricky, but I am getting there now. So no 8 there. That's a 2, 4 pair. We know the order. That becomes an 8, and that's not. 7, 5, 9. Yes, I can finish column 4. It's just finding the bits that I can do is a bit tricky in this. Right, 7 and 9. That 7 gives me an 8 near the top. 7 there and a 1, 6 pair will finish box 3. And in fact, I can do them now. Now I can do this triple. I must be able to do these digits now. 8 and 9. Okay, that's good. Let's go across to the other side. Do 5 and 1. Again and again. Up here, I'm going to do this 1, 4. Actually, let's finish off columns 5 and 6. Then we've got a 4 here, 2, 3, 4, 3. And that does it. Ooh, 7 minutes and 8 seconds. That's quite slow. I might not have got a long 2-hat streak on these puzzles. Wow, I thought that was going a lot better. Well done, Bill. That's really thrown me there. Okay, let's start the clock on this puzzle as well. An Arrows puzzle by Philip Extra Givens. Right. Now, 4. That's the most useful arrow. It has a 1, 3 pair. This 8 has a 2, 6 pair, and we know the order straight away. 5 and 9 in the rest of the column. Straightforward. One of those is on an arrow. This now can't be 7, 1 or 5, 3. It's a 2, 6 arrow. That's a 1, 3 pair. The 7 arrow needs a 2, 5. That must be a 4. What are these digits? 8 and 9. We know the order. That's fine. Looking back down the column, this is not a 2, 5 because of the top cell, so it is 4, 3. We know the order thanks to the 4 in the box. That's a 1 now. We've got 6 and 8 to put in that box. 6, I said, not 3. That's a 3, 5, 7 triple. Oh, the 2, 6. I didn't look all the way across to the right side. Now, this pair, don't know. This pair, not 8, 1, 2, 7 or 5, 4. That's a 3, 6 pair. 1 and 4 here. This 8 doesn't have a 7 or a 6, so it's a 3, 5 pair. Now that's a 4, 2. This is a naked 1. This can't have a 2 in it either. That's a 3, 4 pair. These are from 2, 5. So's that cell. And that one must be a 5 because its box has a 2, 4 pair. This is now not 7, 2, 5, 4 or 1, 8. This is 3, 6 as well. So then I do 4, 3, 4, 1. This is 2 and 7, and we know the order by Sudoku. We get a 1 there. 3, 1, 3, 5. Okay, now in this row, it's got to be a 4, 5 pair. We know the order. That's a 7. Oh, we know the order of 3, 6 as well. It's always givens that I have trouble actually noticing in the grid. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. This 2, 4 pair's been done. There's a lot of symmetry here, as always. 1, 8, 9 triple there. So, that's not 7, that's not 8, that's not 9, that's not 3, that's not 7, that's not... Sorry, something went wrong there. It was there. There we go. 1, 9, 8. Now I want to find a naked single somewhere. Sorry about the coughing. This is 1 or 8, so that's a naked pair. Yeah, and that is helpful. Then I get 5, 2, 3 in the row. That is 7 or 9, so we place 3 in this column. That's 8 or 9, so we place 4. 7 or 8 there, so we place 1. I am going to finish this off and then go for a very quick coughing fit. There we go. Sorry about that. Order restored with a bottle of water. And we move on to the Clone Fortress by Clover. Let's try this one out. Right, let's get cracking. So some clone cells are given to us. We get a 6 and an 8. And that's all. Now the fortress is vital. Look at this 7. That has to be surrounded by 9s and 8s. And they're clones, of course. So that one's a 9. That one's an 8. That one's a 9. That one's an 8. We can revert that back up to the other clone. Nice. Okay. Ooh, what next? Right, these two have to be bigger than 5, so they're a 6, 7 pair, and we know the order. We can fill them in the clones. This is bigger than 3. Oh, every other row, every other digit in the row is, how about this? 8, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. That is 3, 4, or 7. It is here as well. But what is it being bigger than? Not sure. This is 4, 7, or 9. Can't be 5 because it's in this cell too. Not obvious to me how we proceed next. Let's put in some remaining digits in column 3 and in column 7. That one can't be a 5. Oh, lower than this 6 surrounding it, I suppose. 1, 3, 4, or 5 there. So where's 7 in this box? In one of those two cells. This is why I'm terrible at Fortress. I just never know what questions to ask. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 set that does nothing as regards the Fortress. Where's 9 in this column? That's a simple question that I would never think to ask. And then where's 7 in the column? It can't be here because that can't be bigger. And it can't be there because because of this 7. So it's here. There we go. That's finished off that clone. These are also from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in this box, this cell can't be more than 5. It is 5, 4, or 3. That's here as well. It can't be a 5 there. So it's 4 or 3. The numbers surrounding it are always going to be lower. And this one can't be 8, 5, 7, 6, 9. And it's here as well. Well, it's 2, 3, or 4. And again, the numbers surrounding it are going to be lower, which means the 5 in box 6 has to be there. And the 7 has to be here, which is okay for the fortress. The 1 has to be here. And this is 2, 3, or 4. So there's no 1 in those cells. There's a 1 in those and therefore not in these. That's the 1 in row 5. This is 6 in row 5. And that is 3, 4, or 5. The only place for a 2 in the box is there. So there's no 2 there. So there is a 2 here, and that's not a 2. 2 can't be there because it's got to be higher than the one next to it. So this is now a 3 or a 4. In fact, both corners of the clones are 3 or 4, but they could both be the same. I wouldn't put it past this puzzle to achieve that. 7 in the bottom row seems to be there. These others are a 4, 5 pair. 6, 7, 1, 5. This is a very interesting solve. 9 in the top row has to be here, and these are a 3, 4 pair. 7 now in box 1. That was probably easy at the time I placed it in one of 2 cells. 6, 9, 8, 7. I think I'm trying to do it by Sudoku, and it's probably more easily done by just considering where is left around the clones. I'm really struggling now. There's a 3, 4 pair there, so one of those, that's a 1, 2 pair. This is 5, that's 4 at the bottom, 5 here. One of those is a 2, and that's not. One of these is a 2, and one of those, that's an X-wing, so that's a 2. I'm sure I don't need these sorts of technique to solve the puzzle. There's a 3, 1. That's a 2. This is 5. This is 1. That's 2. That's 1. That's not. 2 and 8 to place in this row. I don't think I've been good at this as usual with Fortress. This is a 1, 5 pair. I don't think there's any more Fortress relationships to worry about. This is a 2 to complete the column. 8, 7, 2, 6, 5, 1. That is not a 1. The 1 in its column is up there. That's a 1, 8 pair. They can go in now. Why isn't it getting easier? Don't understand. 8, 7, 2, 6, 5, 1. You see, I've got something wrong. This is a 4, 6 pair in this box. Something's badly wrong in this puzzle. It's all messed up. Oh my goodness. I've got 2 3s in this box and no 6s, and no idea where I should put a 6 now. I'll tell you what, let's try and rescue it before I redo the whole thing. By putting a 6 here, I might rescue it, or I might not. 5. I mean, I don't know. This is a worry, a big, big worry. Because I've made a mistake in pencil marking at some point, and then I may have carried it through elsewhere. And there is a very good chance that I think I'm going to finish this puzzle, and I'm not going to now. 4 and 9 there. This is a 3 if I'm right. That's a 9. 5, 4. I mean, this might be right, but it'll be a bit lucky. It is. It took 741. I might get 2 hats for that, and I absolutely don't deserve it if I do. Wow, I really messed that up. I mean, I think I just mistyped the candidates there, and that threw me over this side, and luckily only actually made me go wrong once there. But that was a lot of luck after an error. Oh dear. Okay, let's try and recompose myself and try again with Bill Murphy's New Order t-shirt. Let's go. So we've got Renban. How are we meant to use it? I don't know. There's not a lot of given digits for me. I need to find somewhere where something does go. Oh no, I should. No, of course. What does go on a line? That's a 1, 2, 3 triple because of the spacing of the digits that are given in the box. That's the point. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. Oh, honestly, discomposure can really get to you. Neither of those are a 7, so that is. Now, this is a 1, 2, 3 triple, so that's a 3, and in fact we can do the 1 and 2. Down here, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. Yes, Bill has actually, of course, been very helpful with this. Now, 3, 6 here. Again, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. 8 we had in one of 3 places, so we know now where it ends up. And I can do the 8, 9 there. Here, we're from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do, this is either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. No, I don't know. And this is low. Okay, this is the 1. Or maybe just doing Sudoku now would be the smart move. So we can put an 8 in there. That's a 5. Yeah, look, I can just finish box 9 by Sudoku. Then I'll pick up the threads on the Renbans later. That's a 2 to finish the column. They're going to be a 1, 5 pair in some order. There is a 2 in one of those 2 cells. 8, 7, 9, 6, 3, 4. No, 5 is in one of those 2. Oh, let's just track that around the grid. Can't be there. So 5's in one of those 2. Now it's not here. That's nice. 1, 4 pair there. 2, 5 pair up here. There's a 2 there and a 2 there. So the 2 in this row is in one of those. Look, it goes in there. So it's a 1, 2, 3 line. That sorts out the line in box 1 as well. That places 2 here, not on this line. This is now from 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 is on it in one of those positions. 4 is on it in one of those positions. And then either 3 definitely here, or 6 in one of those 2. This one can't have a 1 on. Now it's got a 4 or a 5 on. So it must have a 6 on, which goes there. Let's just do a bit of Sudoku on that. We get a 6 here. This is either 5 or 7, I reckon. And looking at the column, what's this? 5 or 9 by Sudoku, but it can't be 9 by Renban. So it's 5 with a 3 and a 4. Oh, this is nice. This is a very neat puzzle. That's a 3. That must go 3, 4, 5. That's not quite all the Renban's done, but it is now. Then we can finish off column 4, 9, 8. Can we finish off column 6? 1, 7 and 9 to place. That one is the 9. That one is the 1. That one is a 7. 9 and 1. That's a 6. Let's keep doing rows. Yes, 5 there, 8 here. This is a 4. That's a 1. 2 4 pair to finish the box. This box finishes with a 1 and a 9. That's a 6. That's a 5. 9 and 8. 2 and 5. 7 and 5. There we go. 4 minutes 18. So that went all right. So it was the third and fourth puzzles. I could easily have lost hats there. Probably have. And I don't feel like I was covering myself in glory, as one would be with a New Order t-shirt. So there we go. Those were today's gas puzzles. And we'll be back with something presumably more challenging tomorrow. I don't know what it'll be. Hopefully my face won't be exploding quite as often as this time. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.